Ladies and gentlemen, the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series is back in action after a one-week absence here at the Atlanta Motor Speedway, getting ready for the Emory Healthcare 500, race number 23 of the 2016 NASCAR Sprint Cup Series season. I'm Rick Burton here to broadcast booth, here to give you a full coverage of today's broadcast here from Atlanta, a 33-lap race here tonight. On the front row, you had the rookie Ryan Blaney on pole for the first time in his short NASCAR Sprint Cup Series career, on the pole next to the number 20 of Matt Kenseth, a two-time winner in 2016. And then up to jump back to row number 2, Austin Dillon, your Talladega winner, alongside Carl Edwards, still looking for that first win of the year. Running out your top 5, the number 48 of Jimmie Johnson. Coming into this race, we have 4 races remain until we will hit the playoffs for the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series chase. This weekend will be at Atlanta, and then we'll be at Bristol, Darlington, and then Richmond, and then Chicago will be the first race of the 2016 chase. Yesterday, you saw the NASCAR Xfinity Series race from Road America. Brendan Gunn scored his first win of the year yesterday, but will we see somebody else do the same here today in the Cup Series from Atlanta? Kurt Busch is entering this weekend on a hot streak, coming out 2 straight wins in his NASCAR Sprint Cup Series season. Last time out, he got the win from Watkins Glen, his first win on the road course. Now he enters this weekend at Atlanta trying to get a 3rd straight win. He's already the top seed right now on the chase grid as we head towards the chase. Ryan Blaney on pole, like we said. Can he get his first career win here today? Now let's send it down trackside and get the command to fire up the engines here from Atlanta.
Drivers, start your engines.
The 43 cars lined up on pit lane will fire up their engines and will now lead their way onto the track to begin their pace lap before we go green. We had a total of 44 entries. One driver did not qualify on time, the 98 team of Timmy Hill. At the top of your screen, your starting grid should already be rolling across your screen. Ryan Blaney in the 12, Team Penske alongside the number 20 Matt Kenseth. And I said Carl Edwards was going to start 4th. That is actually Denny Hamlin, I apologize. Hamlin in the Sport Clips, Toyota, Jimmie Johnson, Greg Biffle, the 77 of Clint Bowyer, AJ Allmendinger, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., and Kyle Busch, your top 10. The lights are out. Atop of the pace car, going green this time by Ryan Blaney, one of those guys who have not won in 2016. He's never won a race before, but a win today he knows could very well go a long way. But for guys like Austin Dillon, Denny Hamlin, Kyle Larson, AJ Allmendinger, Clint Bowyer, they have 1 win. They're not mathematically in the chase yet, but should we see another repeat winner, they will punch their ticket in the chase this weekend from Atlanta. Your front row, Blaney and Kenseth coming down the line. The green flag is in the air. We're underway here from Atlanta. Side by side for the lead, Ryan Blaney and Matt Kenseth. Heading towards turn number 1. And Johnson trying to make it 3 wide on 3rd place, Austin Dillon. Through turn number 1, Hamlin on the outside. Blaney trying to clear Kenseth for the lead. And they're 3 wide throughout the entire field, and now heading towards turn number 3. Johnson up in the 3rd. On the inside now of the 20 of Kenseth. And off turn number 4 is Ryan Blaney trying to hang on with a 6-time champion, trying to take the lead away. And Johnson will lead lap number 1 in the 4th. Well, nope, the lap leg goes to the 20 of Matt Kenseth, as Johnson will take the lead away from the 12 of Blaney. Johnson now noses ahead of the 12 of Ryan Blaney, but now in the 19 of Carl Edwards now on the inside, leading that 19 car. To the line, the 48 leads lap number 2, but now here comes that 19. Carl Edwards knows that he needs to win a race to feel very comfortable at making the chase. Right now he's in on points, but 2 bad races in a row could knock that 19 car out of the championship battle. Carl cleared Johnson for the lead, but now Johnson finding back on the inside, and Kenseth and Blaney run up the track in turn 3. Thought the 12 car was going to get wrecked for a moment by the 20 of Kenseth, and they're 4 wide behind them. Casey Kane, Logano in the middle. Incredible racing here from Atlanta Motor Speedway. And Johnson trying to get around that 19. How about Brad Keselowski started outside the top 10, and he's now trying to get the lead away from the 48. So now move the 2 of Brad Keselowski to the lead. And how about Ricky Stenhouse Jr. in that 17 inside the top 5. Dale Earnhardt Jr. is up here in that 88 car. Regan Smith in the 10. Cars packed together here at the front of the field. And Keselowski now trying to pull away from second place Denny Hamlin. Ooh, Johnson sideways off turn number 2. And Johnson got run over by the 19 of Edwards, and now Stenhouse in the middle, Dale Jr. on the bottom. And Hamlin now clears the pack and moves up into second place. And look at this racing. I mean, 3 and 4 wide. This is what we saw in the spring, if I remember correctly. 3 and 4 wide racing, and this is just, look at this. And Keselowski and Denny Hamlin now trying to pull away, and Stenhouse and Earnhardt Jr., the 2 juniors, right now 3rd and 4th. And there's the 5 of Casey Kane. Remember, Casey Kane won the spring race here at Atlanta in the spring, the race number 2 of the year. Casey Kane's only win of the year, only points win of the year, came right here at Atlanta in the spring. And now Hamlin closing in on the lead of Brad Keselowski. Down the back straight away, Dale Jr. 3rd, Kenseth, and now Logano. But Casey Kane's trying to take the 5th spot away from the 22. That will knock Logano back to 6th. Now we got Martin Truex Jr., Kevin Harvick outside the top 20. That's where they started. And now they're up here trying to get inside the top 5 on the outside. The 43 of Eric Almirola. 4 wide. Kyle Busch on the bottom. Kurt Busch's brother in the middle. Incredible racing here in the back straightaway. And I mean, this is going to turn very bad very quickly. It's got the 17, the 19 dropping back. Remember, Stenhouse was running up inside the top 5 a few laps ago. Now drifts outside the top 10. As Brad Keselowski, Denny Hamlin, Matt Kenseth, Joey Logano, and Dale Jr. top 5. Casey Kane, Martin Truex Jr., Kevin Harvick, Regan Smith, and Kyle Busch are top 10 now. Johnson, he led lap number 2 of the race. He's out here outside the top 10. Look how far back that 17 and the 19 are going. I mean, they're almost outside the top 20. Michael McDowell, 33rd. Got Landon Castle, Justin Allgaier. And I believe there may have been some sort of contact or something, because there's Chris Buescher all the way here in 43rd place. Not sure what's happening to the 21 car, Chris Buescher. But now, Hamlin got by Kenseth, and now here comes Logano in the 22. 3 wide for the lead as they come across the line. And we are already 10 laps into the race. 23 to go, and it's still anybody's race out the front. Nobody's able to pull away as Kenseth settles out in the lead, but not for long. Here comes Logano back on the inside. And Hamlin and Keselowski run up the track at turn number 3. On the bottom, the 2 Hendrick cars of Jr. and Casey Kane. And now it's Kenseth and Logano at the front. 2 drivers with 2 wins apiece. And then you got Casey Kane, Dale Jr. Jr. does not even have a win. Jr. must win a race or he will not make the chase in 2016 on the outside of his teammate Casey Kane. Martin Truex Jr., one of those guys who does not have a win, but currently is in the chase on points. Same with the 18 of Kyle Busch. Chris Buescher right now running 43rd, and see there's like a big separation back here from Allgaier on back. I believe that's how one car getting the wall. Maybe Chris Buescher, and that's why they're all back here outside, or like 5, almost 10 seconds behind really. Logano and Kenseth trying to pull away, and now 3rd place battle heats up again. Martin Truex Jr. on the inside, and he'll take 3rd spot away. Kevin Harvick now trying to get 4th away from Denny Hamlin, and Kyle Busch trying to move up inside the top 5 in the 18 car. Jimmy Johnson, there's your Polson and Ryan Blaney in that 12 car. He fell outside the top 10, but now he's working his way back up on the inside lane. How about David Reagan up here inside the top 15? Greg Biffle, Kurt Busch, Tony Stewart, 77 to Clint Bowyer, Eric Almirola. And we are just a few laps away from passing the halfway point in this race, and it's still Matt Kenseth in front of the 22 of Joey Logano. Should Kenseth or Logano win this race, Every driver who has a win this year will automatically clinch a spot in the chase. Now, should Martin Truex Jr. win today at Atlanta right now, he's running in third place. They could clinch a spot, the drivers with one win, next weekend at Bristol. And now you see it at the top, right in front of our leaders, the 21 of Chris Buescher. Not quite sure what happened to the 21. He's not even a lap down. But something's going on with the 21, and he's going to end up holding up your leaders. And here comes Truex on the inside to get around the 20 of Kenseth for second place. The 21 of Chris Buescher goes one lap down to the race leader Joey Logano. Truex up to second, Kenseth third, and right here, Chris Buescher. This right here can very well cause a wreck. Kyle Busch in the middle, Harvick up top. How about David Ragan up here inside the top 5? Great run by David Ragan for a team that will be shutting down at the end of the 2016 season. David Ragan, no word on where he'll be driving for next year. Trying to get around the 27 of Paul Menard, who also does not know what he'll be doing in 2017. Second place heats up again as Kenseth back on the inside of Martin Truex Jr. Johnson back up in the fourth. Keselowski now trying to get around David Ragan to get back inside the top 5. As you look through the back half of the field, Chase Elliott right now running 24th. He was about, I believe, can't really remember how far he is outside the top 16 in points. We got Ryan Newman, your Daytona 500 champion, Trevor Bayne, Ryan Vickers, Kyle Larson, AJ Allmendinger. Allmendinger qualified inside the top 10, and he's out the way, almost outside the top 30. Casey Mears, Brian Scott coming off his first career top 10 finish last weekend at 2 weeks ago at Watkins Glen. Elliott Sadler, Michael McDowell, and there's Allgaier, and I believe Chris Buescher may have some sort of he must be done like on power or something, like down the cylinder. He's about a second slower than soon-to-be leader Matt Kenseth. He's on the inside of Joey Logano. 13 laps remaining at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Up ahead are two more lap cars, Joey Gase and the 26 of Dakota Armstrong. Johnson now falls back on the outside. Dale Jr. and Denny Hamlin side by side for the 4th spot as Keselowski got through all that mess, closing in now on his teammate Joey Logano for second place. Down in turn number 3, Logano closes on the bumper of the 20 of Kenseth. Side by side, 3-wire for the leaders to come across the line. 11 to go from Atlanta. Brad Keselowski on the inside, Logano in the middle. I believe Keselowski has 2 wins this year. Looking for win number 3 in 2016 for Brad Keselowski. On the inside of Matt Kenseth, that's Logano will clear both of them for the lead. 10 to go this time by. Now, we have trouble in the back. Truex in the grass. So is Regan Smith. They come back up the track, but they save it. We stay green. With 10 to go, now in the 19, Carl Edwards in the battle for the win. Denny Hamlin's there. David Ragan. It's still anybody's race up here at the front. Talking about Chris Buescher going a lap down, we have the 26 of Dakota Armstrong, the 32 of Joey Gase about to go a lap down. And now Logano trying to get around both of them as he's in the lead, trying to get around both of the lap cars in the same corner. And now the 19 moving up on the inside lane past the 2 of Keselowski. Right in the middle now we have the 55 David Ragan on the inside. Regan Smith going by. Great run by Regan Smith right now. Paul Menard, Ryan Blaney, Jimmy Johnson, Kevin Harvick all the way back here outside the top 15. And now for the lead, here comes the 19, Carl Edwards. And the 19 going for his first win of the year. On the inside of his teammate Matt Kenseth. Will Kenseth back off and let Edwards possibly grab his first win of the year? He can't back off because here comes that 2 of Keselowski on the inside. Laps are winding down from Atlanta. 7 to go now for Brad Keselowski. They're 3 wide again for the lead. And Logano tried to get down right by the yellow line, but David Reagan, this was not, Logano not able to shut the door on David Reagan when he fights back off the corner, and Logano stays ahead of the 55 of David Reagan. Back here outside the top 20, Elliott Sadler, 33rd, Michael McDowell nearly won the Xfinity race yesterday at Road America. Right now 32nd is where he is currently running. And look at this, racing up here for the lead. Brad Keselowski now leading, but now for second place, Matt Kenseth on the inside of Logano. Casey Kane working on the inside of David Reagan outside the top 5. But at the line, Brad Keselowski leads with 4 to go. I'm sorry, 5 to go. And look at Edwards has a run now, closes on the bumper of his teammate Matt Kenseth. Now works on the inside of the 22 of Joey Logano. Now working on the 20 of Kenseth. Matt thought about making the 3 wide, but he stays behind the 2 of Keselowski. Down into turn number 1. 4 to go. Now Edwards got loose. Here comes Logano on the outside, trying to get around that number 19. And what a run by David Reagan, Casey Kane, Denny Hamlin, Paul Menard, Martin Truex Jr., and Regan Smith, your top 10. Coming out of turn number 4, be 3 laps remaining now for Brad Keselowski. At the line, Kenny Haydock and Kenseth get by. More lap traffic ahead. Josh Wise in the 30, Michael Annett in the 46. It's been clean and green throughout the entire race. No yellows. Hopefully we'll keep like that and we do not have to go to a caution or overtime. Brett Moffitt thought about putting us on the yellow, trying to get around Chris Buescher. And 2 laps remaining. Brad Keselowski. Here comes Matt Kenseth side by side for the lead. Well, they're going to end up catching the 46 of Michael Annett in a bad spot off the corner. David Reagan, Denny Hamlin now trying to make it 3 wide. Down into turn number 3. Kenseth, Logano, David Reagan. Logano to the lead now off the final corner down to the line. White flag is in the air. 1 lap to go for Joey Logano. Look at Reagan on the bottom. Kenseth up top. It's Logano in front of David Reagan. Kenseth, Menard, and Truex. Dale Jr. Hamlin getting held up. Edwards in the middle. It's all going on behind leader Joey Logano as they get through turn number 3. Making the way out of corner number 4, his first career win at Atlanta. Joey Logano wins at Atlanta. Joey Logano will go to victory lane, his 3rd win of 2016 here at the Atlanta Motor Speedway for Joey Logano. And David Reagan, a 2nd place finish. What a run by the 55 of David Reagan, 2nd. Matt Kenseth, 3rd. How about Paul Menard, a top 5 for Menard, and a top 5 for Dale Earnhardt Jr. Martin Truex Jr., Regan Smith, Gavin Harvick, Kurt Busch, and Denny Hamlin, your top 10. Ryan Blaney, your pole center, led, I believe, the first lap, or nearly led the first lap. He will end up coming on 23rd. Tough break for Ryan Blaney. That was a lot of fun here in the back, and really throughout the entire field. But it is Joey Logano who will go to victory lane here from Atlanta, race number 23 of the year. And now, we can tell you for sure that 13 drivers have now officially clinched a spot into the 2016 chase. Next week in the NASCAR Capital Truck Series, the NASCAR Xfinity Series, and the NASCAR Spring Up Series, live from the Bristol Motor Speedway next weekend. Until then, we'll see you next weekend at Bristol. And that is it here from Atlanta. On your screen, your results and your updated chase grid after race number 23 of the year. That is on your screen right now, and we will see you next weekend from Bristol. Congrats to Joey Logano on his 3rd win of 2016 here from the Atlanta Motor Speedway. Goodbye, everyone.